Hey, beloved. So, a lot of you might have been hearing the term Imperial Boomerang being thrown around recently, and a lot of the time it's without context. So, I wanted to talk about what the term means, where it came from, and how it applies to those of us who are living within the empire currently. So, the term was introduced by a writer and poet named Aimé Césaire, who's also an anti colonialist from Martinique. He is one of the fathers of negritude, and he introduced the term in an essay called Discourse on Colonialism. In it, he argued that the systems of control and violence used on colonized people around the world would eventually come back and be used against people within the empire. In simpler terms, it's how these methods of control and violence are repurposed and used domestically. And though marginalized communities will feel this impact first, the freedoms of all will eventually be eroded. As a case study, let's talk about Cop City, which is a $90 million training facility for the police that is currently being built in Atlanta. Cop City is being used to train police in urban warfare, riot control, and other militarization tactics. And while the popping up of these cop cities might feel abrupt, these tactics have actually been perfected abroad. Whether this was counterinsurgency tactics used in Afghanistan and Iraq, or whether it was used by the Israeli police to control Palestinian protests. The US police, through shared resources and training, have now brought these tactics home to us. One big reason for this is Black Lives Matter and the protests that followed the police killings of George Floyd, Eric Garner, and many others. While many were calling for the defunding of police, our government doubled down and increased its militarization. The Imperial Boomerang doesn't just happen on its own. Corporate interests actually play a massive role in making it stronger. Whether it's corporations like Bank of America, Coca-Cola, and Chick-fil-A who donate directly to cop cities, or companies like Lockheed Martin or Combined Systems that provide drones, tear gas, and riot gear that is used in Imperial occupation abroad and then used again in protest domestically. These companies end up profiting twice off of it, once by selling it to the military and again by selling it to the police. Not to mention, the facility is being built on the Wilani Forest, which is a significant space for indigenous communities and African American communities alike. This reflects the same extractive mindset that we see in imperialist endeavors abroad. Disregard for people, land, and culture in the name of profit and militarization. So again, once these systems are created, they're exported everywhere. The same tear gas that you see in Hong Kong is the same one that is being used in Gaza and the same one that is being used in Ferguson. This reinforces global oppression, even though it might take a few years for it to catch up to us who are living in the heart of the empire. So whether it's Gaza, Ferguson, Flint, Sudan, these systems are all being operated by the same power. So these things are never just a singular issue for those who are currently suffering. And so hopefully understanding this helps us build solidarity with each other and helps us resist these systems whenever they pop up. So that's the Imperial Boomerang, and I will see you next time. Peace.